The ubiquitous and perilous presence of PFAS in the Great Lakes Basin, a comprehensive analysis. The Great Lakes Basin, a vast freshwater reservoir holding approximately 95% of the nation's supply, has become a repository for toxic PFAS chemicals, according to a groundbreaking new study. These forever chemicals, used in countless industries to impart resistance to heat, water, and stains, have infiltrated the basin's air, rain, atmosphere, and water, posing a significant threat to human health and ecological integrity. PFAS, a persistent and pervasive contaminant. PFAS encompass a class of 15,000 chemicals that have been widely employed across various industries. Their resistance to natural degradation and high mobility in the environment have earned them the moniker, forever chemicals. Once released, they continue to circulate through soil, water, and air, contaminating ecosystems and posing long-term health risks. Air and rain, unexpected contributors to contamination. Traditionally, direct industrial discharges and wastewater treatment plants have been considered the primary sources of PFAS contamination in the Great Lakes. However, the new study reveals that precipitation may play a substantial role in the lake's contamination. PFAS levels in rainfall were found to be remarkably consistent throughout the basin, regardless of proximity to urban or rural areas. This suggests that PFAS contamination has become so pervasive that even remote regions are affected. Urban-rural disparities in air contamination. While precipitation levels remained relatively uniform, PFAS concentrations in the air varied significantly across the basin. Higher levels were detected in urban areas such as Chicago compared to rural locations in northern Michigan. This distribution mirrors the pattern observed for other chemical pollutants, such as PCBs. Accumulation and movement of PFAS in the lakes. PFAS contamination levels were highest in Lake Ontario, which is home to major urban centers and receives water from the other Great Lakes in a west-to-east flow. Lake Superior, the largest and deepest lake with minimal urban development along its shores, exhibited the lowest levels. PFAS tend to accumulate in Lake Superior and Huron due to limited water exchange, while Lake Ontario more readily transports the chemicals into the St. Lawrence Seaway and eventually the Atlantic Ocean. Health implications and exposure sources. The study did not specifically address the human health implications of the PFAS contamination, but fish consumption advisories are in effect across the region due to elevated PFAS levels in fish. Additionally, drinking water in many cities has been found to be contaminated with PFAS. Ongoing concerns and research needs. The current study highlights the widespread presence of PFAS in the Great Lakes Basin and raises concerns about its potential health risks. However, the full extent of the contamination and its impact on human health remain areas of ongoing research. Scientists continue to identify new PFAS compounds, many of which cannot yet be reliably detected. This necessitates a comprehensive approach to controlling PFAS sources and preventing their entry into the atmosphere and water bodies. Conclusion. The Great Lakes Basin, a vital freshwater resource for the nation, faces a serious and persistent threat from PFAS contamination. The widespread distribution of these chemicals through air, rain, and water poses significant health and environmental risks. Concerted efforts are required to reduce PFAS emissions, control sources, and mitigate the potential adverse effects of these forever chemicals on human health and the integrity of the Great Lakes ecosystem.